Hello there! Instead of a fancy intro, I actually have a small channel update. If you want to skip it, just check the video description for the timestamp. As you might have seen, we are very close to hitting 10k subs, at which point I will do a full Rune campaign livestream with facecam as well. This stream will probably take place December 19th and 20th. I imagine a full Rune campaign will take around 20 to 30 hours, and yes, I will be streaming that all in one go. With regard to the Ar-Adûnâim campaign, I'm going to continue making episodes until the 10k livestream, after which I'll take a small break, call it my holiday break, and won't upload anything or not that much for about 2 weeks. After that, at the beginning of 2021, we'll be starting a new DAC campaign, regardless of where exactly we're at with the AA campaign. The rest of the AA campaign, the World Conquest, will be finished in live streams. I think that's all I had to say, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I very much hope to see you on the 10k livestream. Hello my friends and welcome back, finally, for episode 37 of our Ar-Adûnâim campaign in 3rd Age Total War Divide and Conquer. Now last episode, we got our ass whooped, our biggest defeat throughout all 36 episodes of the Ar-Adûnâim campaign, right at the bridge of Kizilkum at Western Kant. We suffered a humiliating defeat. Our very large and quite strong army got absolutely sandwiched and humiliated by Samob as well as Captain Dainan. Apparently we got rid of Feliz Navidad over here. So we definitely need to invoke our revenge on the south here. I can toggle Fog of War, which actually makes it a little bit easier for me to go over everything I want to talk about in the beginning. We really gotta finish off Harad. They're really working on my nerves. They got Kizilkum, they got Korandai for now, as well as Siakan. They've got only a couple large armies remaining. They're really running out of units. Can't really train any more new units because they don't have any money. And I should also just get a couple units to take care of Oibamari and Amukhand, just to get rid of Mordor as well. Rune has finally reclaimed, or is it Dale? I think Mordor held either Elgair or Rubar, one of those two, but that's gone. So we can just get rid of the last of those evil factions in the south here, or in the east, southeast, like that. But we need a couple units for that. We need an army, which we currently don't have. So that's one priority. Get some troops there, do some killing, get rid of the last of the scum. We'll leave Khand at Surlutsakan. They can just go chill there. Or maybe we can donate Oibamari to them so we don't have to border Rune, who I don't really trust all that much, although they have their hands pretty full with Dorwinian as well as Dale. But yeah, we reign supreme. If there's anyone still doubting that we as the Ar-Adûnâim are number one, I really don't know what to tell you, but we are just massively expanding. So in the south we have to send an army to take care of Harad and Mordor. In the north, or in the center of Middle-earth, in Middle-earth, if you will, we have taken Karaz Galathon. The ring is still here, but I don't have a general nearby that can just quickly pick it up, I don't think. No, I don't. We still have these armies, which is the Doomstack, Tith Dairon, who is moving towards Erui. So I was planning on maybe marching towards Erui in one go. I should have some siege equipment here that I could also use to just take it in one go. Not sure where this army would go then. They could do a counterattack on Limhir, or they will probably just retreat towards Dornarak, which would at that point be their last settlement. Mr. Haldir is now the faction leader. Makes sense. Okay, so we're very close to getting rid of Lothlorien, who were a small faction but a very strong faction. One of the strongest factions we would still be facing at this point in the campaign. So get rid of Erui, get rid of Dornarak at some point as well, and then we control all this. We can then either just crush Dol Guldur real quick, which really shouldn't take long. They're also on their last legs fighting Dale. Or we can push towards Khazad-dûm, take care of the dwarfs, which Dunland is also starting to do, which is kind of annoying. I don't want Dunland to take these lands. And of course, there is one more faction that we are already at war with, and kind of hesitant on how to proceed, and that is Isengard. Isengard is... I'm not sure. I don't know what to say, if it's overestimating or underestimating. They're kind of estimating us, I guess. So they're not really looking forward to attacking us at either Arkabuzabathon or the Hornburg, or at the Golden Halls of Karabzadan, or Entwade for that. They really just kind of want to stick to their border. They want to attack me, they want to be aggressive, but at the same time they realize that we have a shit ton of units, so they really don't want to risk that. So I think I might have to be a little bit aggressive. I have started luring away some forces towards Gind, Karaz, with the armies at Balon and now Kirithiar as well. I should get some more troops to occupy the forts, which I can get them from Anulond and Tharagrondost. We're keeping the peace there. Okay, good. So that's basically what we need to do. We need an army south. We need to mop up the Elves, which we can do with the units we currently have. And we need to take care of Isengard. We have sent an army to take Rockburg, which they can take it. No, they can't take it. And they are sending some reinforcements, Lunluk. So this army is pretty much toast, which sucks. But that does mean that Onodrith is wide open. So I'm not sure how this army will react if I take Onodrith in one go. If they're smart, they'd go for Entwade. Yeah, I can take Onodrith with a pretty measly force. I can't take Rockburg in one go, which is a little bit annoying. Because if we could, then this army would probably not be so aggressive, seeing as they would no longer border Rockburg, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's take a quick peek now that we have the Fog of War toggled off at the other factions in the game. Mithlond is holding on. They are losing more and more forces, the High Elves, more and more armies. They're being beset by Dunland, who is actually, I think, the second biggest faction. Not the strongest, just the biggest in the game. Luin is also just crumbling under Dunland pressure, as well as Angmar. They're trying to push back at Gobodrain, but this is usually like a push-shove kind of competition, never really a clear winner. Northern Dunedain are also just being completely pushed out. They're probably putting up a good fight, but they're just outproduced, basically. So it's only a matter of time before all these factions crumble. Even the goblins, they're not going to do much. Anduin Vale's doing alright. With that regard, Gundabad's not doing all that much. I think they are on the losing end, even if Erebor is in the hands of Dale, which is quite funny. But yeah, they are still sending over more and more forces. But they're all like pretty tiny. Like Dale has a couple settlements. They're not that small, but every other faction, except Dunland as well, really don't have that much going for them. If we were to turn our attention towards any of these factions and be like, I really want to destroy them, and just, you know, focus like 3 or 4 turns just producing units, we already just overrun them like crazy. Our might is pretty much unchallenged. Okay, so what do we do? That is of course the question. I'm thinking we definitely go for Onodrith. They only have a couple units. We have a ballista. We can just knock down the gate. I can hold Entwade, I think, with a pretty small army. It should have ballista towers. It's an Ar-Adûnâim city. Whilst Onodrith will never have ballista towers. Well, not until I upgrade it. So I'm thinking we should send our finest in there, because that army over here might not go for Herimor when we take Onodrith. So I will send a pretty healthy army. Let's see. So we leave Entwade with this, which is honestly still plenty. And this army could, I think, defend Onodrith relatively well once we capture it. Alright, here we go. Don't need anything special, really. Captain Zaglag, who's got some Reavers, Orkman, Baneguard, and Spearguard. So no archers, which means we have free reign. Alright, let's start taking some territory of Isengard. Alright, it's good to be home. And with home, I mean at the helm of a full Ar-Adûnâim army. Now you might be wondering, Mr. Izzy, don't you ever get tired of this campaign, seeing as you're close to 40 episodes, which means more than 40 hours with the Ar-Adûnâim? And I actually feel kind of safe in saying no. I think the Ar-Adûnâim are one of just a few factions that you don't really get tired of. Because there's such a huge variety in your units, and also playstyle, that, you know, it's always something new. Like, I'm already looking forward to when we have the units from Harad on the battlefield. If we ever go to war with Rune and we take some of their settlements, getting some of their units. Dale as well, Dorwinian. I don't even know what units you get from them. I know you only get human units, so we're not going to get any of the Avari or Morriquendi Elves. Don't get your hopes up, sadly. But yeah, it's always something to look forward to. Whilst with other factions, I can understand, you know, when I was playing the other factions, like Angmar and Rohan, etc. At some point, you're like, okay, I'm kind of done, I'm ready for something new. But with Ar-Adûnâim, I'd say that's the least of all the factions. Which is also the reason that I was always saying no when people asked me if I wanted to do a world conquest. But with the Ar-Adûnâim, it's different. First of all, we already own like 1/3 of the map, so it wouldn't be that much extra effort. And secondly, we always have something new to look forward to, instead of just using the same old army comps, the same old units, you know. It doesn't really get repetitive, which is huge. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying other factions are repetitive. We're talking of 40 plus hours of gameplay. You can finish most games in that. In Medieval 2, you're just playing one faction. The replayability is massive. Alright guys, get a little bit closer. We're missing a lot. And I could still use you to snipe them. Alright, take him down, take him down, take him down. Do we have halberdiers? We do have halberdiers. Let's bring those guys a little bit closer. They will form the vanguard. One more shot, one more volley, please. Come on, ballista. I wish I could train better ballista. Or trebuchets. I think we're actually the only Dúnedain Númenorian heritage faction that doesn't get trebuchets. I know Gondor gets them, I know Dol Amroth gets them. I think the Northern Dúnedain get it as well. And we don't. I don't understand. That is incredibly xenophobic, I would say. Okay, you guys form the front. We are just gonna let our archers do most of the heavy lifting. There is no reason for any of you to risk your lives when archers can do the job just fine. Get in there. You guys should be in range. Yeah, you are. And also the units just look fabulous. Come on. Look at that. I love how the Nardu-Tariq and the Nardu-Yabus just... they match. All the units match in the roster, which is something that wasn't really the case with the old Ar-Adûnâim roster. All the units looked great, cool, but it was just an incoherent mess, if that makes sense. Like, you could tell they were just picked from different mods or different designers. Whilst here, there's more of a vision, I would say. You can definitely tell that the Rosedan units, even the Azrazir crossbows, and these Nardu-Tariq, for example, they fit in the same army, even though one looks like a complete upgrade to the other one, which they are. You can still tell there's a kind of unity in between the units. I'm not saying that that's not the case for other factions. Some factions are even better in that regard. I'd say Gondor, for example, nails it. And that's why Gondor visually is one of my favorite factions. Just because there's so much unity and it just clicks. It just clicks. Okay. But I feel like that's more of an issue with... and I haven't played them all that much, so don't quote me on that. I might be wrong or might be a little bit too short-sighted on that. But I feel like it's more of an issue with Gundabad, for example. There's less of a unity with their units, which I guess makes sense. They are orcs, so don't expect like a professional army like you would with Gondor. But it's more of a mismatch of units and equipment and looks. Alright, you guys just need to hold. Don't be so... and where are you crossbows going? Game says you're in range, and then you're like, no, we're not in range. What the hell is this, man? Come on. Take position, you fools! I don't want to risk my men, but Spearguard versus Halberdier should be an easy win for us. Alright, you guys pull back. You're actually not that great against the Reavers, because they don't have any armor, so your AP is completely wasted upon them. Baneguard is better, because they do have... I think they have decent armor, actually. They've got 12 armor, which is the same we have. Damn. But they're also AP. So that's 10, 16. We're 5. Oh my god. 10 attack AP is huge. That's a pre-barracks event unit. I might just concur and say that Isengard has the best pre-barracks event units. And post-barracks event, they're not terrible either. I'm actually in the mood to play an Isengard campaign now. But yeah, we'll see what the people vote for, of course, with the next campaign. I feel like one of the dwarves might win. We haven't played dwarves in a while. Or one of the elves, maybe. I'm not sure. To be honest, I never knew. I never thought the Ar-Adûnâim would win, because we did play them on the channel a while back. Of course, that's probably way before most people joined the channel. But I never expected them to win. I know they're a popular faction, but I would have thought the Northern Dúnedain, for example, would be more popular. Northern Dúnedain are always in the top 3, but they just haven't won yet. So maybe they'll win this time. I'm not sure. I do not know. We will see. I never tried to predict these things. If I'm good at predicting things, I would play the lottery, and I don't play the lottery, so there's that. And if I were to play the lottery and I would win the lottery, I would quit my job immediately. I love it when you have like people that win the lottery and they're like, oh, I would never quit my job. I wouldn't know what to do with my time. I'm like, Jesus, do you lack inspiration? There's so much shit that I would love to do. I like my job, don't get me wrong, but there's so much other shit that I would prefer to do. Anyway, we have taken, what's this place called again? Onodrith, with 116 casualties and 343 kills. Not amazing considering we had an archer advantage. Halberdier's kind of letting me down a little bit. They took a lot of casualties, didn't really inflict that many. Oh, they suffered a lot of friendly fire. I kind of microed that a little bit awful. Ah well, so be it. We take Onodrith, and we still should have enough men to defend it if that other army tries anything funny. There we go. Suck on my big... No, I'm not going to finish that thought. I already get demonetized for copyright. Not that I care too much. So I'm not going to get demonetized for awful language as well. Let's exterminate the populace. Oh! Well, if I knew... Oh, crap, I forgot. So this is actually our giant moment of victory. And I was just completely blasé about it. Some random shithole in Rohan. But yes, we have now officially won the game. Damn. If only I realized, I would have got a little bit more pomp and circumstance, and I would have taken at least a bit of more of a noteworthy settlement, like Isengard itself. But yes, we're going to continue playing. This is not the end. Don't worry. But yeah, we have victory. Alright, by taking Onodrith. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we have a little bit of extra cash because of it. And now I'm just wondering, do I really want to go after all these guys? Like, the thing is, if I attack them, they're going to immediately counterattack. That is a lot of dudes. That really is a lot of dudes. If I take them on one by one, we could probably finish them off with minimal casualties. But it's still Isengard. And Isengard has some really good units. Like, really good units. I mean, a lot of these are pre-barracks event units. I could try to just, like, general snipe rout armies. But we're still going to take casualties. That's just the nature of Isengard. Do we have a Night Fighter? You're a Night Fighter, right? No, you are not a Night Fighter. Are you a Night Fighter? I don't need it per se right now, but it would be useful to have. You are not a Night Fighter. Well, that just blows. Okay, well, that's the thing though. Do I go after it? If I crush these armies, Isengard's done. I could immediately replace units. That's not a problem. We got some cavalry, we got a catapult. It's a very good defensive army, not a very good offensive army. I think we could kill Ishmog and then pull back to Ar-Zabathan. I don't think we can kill Yagrat and then pull back to Karabzan. I think that's too far. But I don't know for sure. And then that guy might do a counterattack. All these guys might do counterattacks on this army. Oh, Christ. Well, we do have reinforcements coming in, but they'll be a couple turns. And I really don't want to wait for them. Farazon, are you a Night Fighter? You have a blessed name. You're not a Night Fighter. Alright, first things first. Let us take Erui. It's not going to be an easy fight. Far from it. Far from it. But it should be alright. Lord Gimmelzor. Alright, I'm going to get rid of one unit. All your units are really good, actually. Let's get rid of the Azrazir warriors. I know they invoke fear, but they're friggin' elves. They're not going to rout. Place you at Erui. No, you don't need to build that. You are going to... Actually... Get rid of you. Oh, I can't get rid of it. I wanted to get maybe a couple more... like catapults and ballista, but we'll just bring catapults then. So we should be able to take that in one go. Scouts, Hetherbin... Am I pronouncing that right? Tell me, Galu. Hetherbin. Hetherbeen. Okay. I'm sorry. Lots of them are pretty depleted. Yava's chosen. They got a general. It's just going to be, I think, a typical Mythland kind of setup. Balance of power is significantly in our favor, so we should be alright. Alright, let's kill some more knife ears then. Attack! There we go, as predicted. It is just the myth. I always thought Mythland was a custom settlement, but that is not the case. Now we're fighting it from a different approach. Usually we fight it from this approach. You could also fight it from this approach, depending on where you come from. But that's actually kind of a bad approach in my opinion, because you got more towers, it seems. Right now we only have, well, let's see, there's a tower here, tower from the, although they don't count as towers, do they? No, they're gatehouse. So only 2 towers I really need to take down, as well as a gate. So yeah, we're gonna do that then. Take down. Let's start by taking down the gate. Let's park you far enough. Let's see. We have 3 units of weeaboos, 1 unit of crossbows. You guys are actually gonna be kind of useful. Our infantry, well, not gonna do anything too crazy with them. I will just send them in as needed. But it is good to note that we have 2 pike units. That's gonna be very helpful for us. Cavalry, not really see a purpose for you right away. We'll see. Alright, they're not holding the gate or the walls, which is fabulous. They're actually all the way in the back. No, please stay. I'll come to you. Don't worry about it. Don't try to hold the walls, please, whatever you do. friggin' elves, man. They do look awesome. I wouldn't mind doing a Lothlorien playthrough as well. I've played them, of course, on DCI a while back, but you can't really compare those two mods. Now, as always, this is a democratic channel, so if you have any suggestions, maybe on other mods that I should play, do let me know. I've been trying to branch out the channel a little bit, as you've probably noticed, with different videos, different games that we're playing as well. Because I don't want to get stuck as the divide and conquer guy. I do want to feature other shit on the channel, as I always have. But still, I do want to take everyone's preferences into account. Alright, you use the rest of your ammo on the towers. It might not be necessary, but I just don't want to run the risk. If one ballista tower just goes ham on your army... Oh, actually, these are weak sauce towers. There we go. We can take down both towers. I'm not too worried about this tower because we're going to go round, like this path here. We're going to take Main Street and then go there. We'll still have a bit of ammo left. Beautiful. Imagine being a creature of close to 1,000 years old, immortal, and then you just get hit by a big-ass rock. Oh, tempora, oh, mores. Oh, right, get on there. We will use their wall against them as much as possible. But as always, knowing the AI, they'll probably spaz out the moment they go inside the gatehouse. They always do that. Whenever I tell them to take walls, they walk all the way here fine, and then they just like, bloop, their brains just freeze. Terribly annoying business. Now, look at that. They're just like, oh, wait, what are we supposed to do now? And then they just get shot, and everything's just horrible. Then they do a counter charge. Just run, you friggin' baboons. Oh my god, I hate these units sometimes. Alright, send in the infantry to at least keep them busy. You, crossbows, I thought I told you to go here. Not only did I think that, I am 100% sure about it. Yeah, for some reason they just reset their move order the moment they go inside the settlement. At least they're moving now. Sometimes they still bug out and they don't continue even after telling them. Even these archers just running in aggressively. Like, come on, I can take such a nice position on the wall and the AI is just not letting me. Anyway, pikes hold the line, archers fire at them. If they want to suicide their archers as well as, you know, Galadrim and Lorien archers, I'll happily take that. Again, you guys are not really listening. Come on! This is such a good position if it works friggin' properly. Get a move on, you lazy bums. No wonder you're weeaboos. Come on. Nah, I'm kidding. Shout out to all my anime-loving friends. I'm not a weeaboo myself. The only anime I ever watched, I guess, is Pokemon. And I watched a couple of the first episodes of Berserk. But that is as far as I went into that. I have nothing against it, just not really have the time for it. Alright, our pikes are doing impressively well. Despite the aggressive push by the archers, they've set up a nice pike wall, which is keeping them at bay. Not Michael Bay, just at bay. Whilst our archers are absolutely destroying them. That fancy golden armor can only block so much. And we have got some very strong... What kind of bows are they? I guess those would be longbows. I still wish we had an Ar-Adûnâim steel bowman unit, but hey. There is that. Alright, the rest of this army is not doing anything. Oh, they got some Berio. That's okay, they're firing I think on the crossbows, which is fine. Though maybe I should send over some units to block them, stop them from firing. We don't have to take it. Or as Twisted Sister says it, we're not gonna take it. Come on boys, get in there. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a while since I last did an Ar-Adûnâim episode. I think that was on Friday. It's currently Monday as of recording, so I took a bit of a weekend off. So I hope everyone's doing well. I know this corona thing has been lasting way too friggin' long. Even for someone like me, I don't require that much social contact to be a happy person. And still, I can still feel like, you know, once in a while, I just want to go out with friends, grab a beer or something like that. Even with Christmas now, I'm not sure how it is in your country, but in Belgium, pretty much only one person is allowed over for Christmas and for New Year's. Which I understand why, but of course it's a very different way of celebrating Christmas or New Year's. To how we're used to, especially in my case, because I have a pretty big close family. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, and they all already have children. I don't. I'm the youngest of the 4, so it's okay. I still have time. But yes, as you can imagine, our Christmases are usually pretty busy, lots of people. And that is not the case this time. Which is a little sad, but hey. Thing is, something I don't understand is that people put so much emphasis on Christmas, but I don't think, or at least I'm speaking for Belgium now at least, not that many people celebrate Christmas for its religious meaning. They just celebrate Christmas as a way of getting together with family and having fun, enjoying themselves. Which, you know, we can do that whenever Corona ends. We don't have to wait for next Christmas. If, you know, a situation is better in, say, April, for example, just do it in April. Make it an Easter family get-together, or do it in, I don't know, June, July, when the weather's even better. Just make it fun then, you know? You don't have to wait for a special... I think that's the same with, like, Thanksgiving, for example. At the end of the day, it's just a date. And you can move it any other way. Like, with New Year's, it still has a meaning, because it's one year ending and the next one starting, but honestly, does anything really change? I mean, for me it does, because lots of laws change with the start of a new year. But besides that, my work is still going to be the same. When I open my laptop on January 1st, it's not like magically things are going to be better. That's something I noticed as well. A lot of people saying, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to end. I'm like, it's not going to get better magically January 1st. You know that, right? I mean, 2021's probably not going to get worse than 2020 overall, but 2020 overall, but it's still going to suck for a large part of it. This Corona thing is far from over. We can't lapse our, you know, respect of the rules. And lots of people have trouble with that, and I understand it, but not sure why I popped it at that point. Just felt the urge to click the button. But anyway, that's just a long way of saying hope you guys are all safe, hope you guys are all healthy, staying healthy. And I hope you guys, you know, make sure not to be lonely with the current events. I know that's easier said than done, but there's always someone you can talk to, and I mean that. And even if you don't think there's, you know, oh, there's no one I can talk to, honestly, talk to me. Send me a message on Discord. I'm always available. You can find the link to the Discord group we have for this channel in the description, and there you can always find me. I'm pretty much always online anyway. You can just DM me, and I will reply. Might take me a little bit, because as you know, I'm always a little bit slower with things, but I will reply. You have my promise. So just make sure, take care of yourself. That is my Christmas message to you all. Although I will still make a separate post talking about Christmas in the end of the year, because there's a lot of shit to talk about. It has been a pretty eventful year for me as well. With regards to the channel, of course, we have grown tremendously. If you had told me at the beginning of this year that I would reach 10k subs at the end of it, I would have called you absolutely insane. And I would probably have called the doctor. But yes, here we are. Alright, look at the beautiful Gondor infantry charging in there, slaughtering some elves. The warriors are like, oh no, we're surrounded. Whatever shall we do? Oh. Well, whatever that is, it's a ballista I completely forgot about. I don't think that's going to help much. Good thing I already brought in my cavalry, they're going to help out. Oh, right, pikes, you're doing an impressively good job. Berio Inglaith. I probably butchered that again. That's okay. Yeah, sorry Galu. You can give me as many pronunciation guides as you want. I will still find ways to butcher it. Alright, oh, we need to stop that ballista, even though... Ooh, okay, I was going to say it probably does friendly fire, but that's a pretty accurate shot. Okay, that guy's destroying our armsman, which is our best unit. Can you not do that, please? Thank you. Please, at least kill your friends. That is how catapults and ballistae actually are supposed to be working. Alright, let's see if we can do a flank. I don't trust the cavalry, they're just not doing enough, which makes me a bit scared. Alright, kill those Elbereth sentinels. Oh no, actually kill the Berio, because they are both a very strong arch unit and a very strong spear unit. They're an arch unit, but I actually think they're the best spear unit in the game. 17 melee attack and 33 defense. Like, that's ridiculous. The protectors of the trees. Alright, so we have disrupted that ballista. Catapult's still online. That's okay. That is okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure what we'll be doing for Christmas. I think I'm just gonna have nice food with my parents, who I still live with. I'm actually quite happy that I still live with my parents, considering this year, both for me and for them, I imagine it could be a lot more difficult if that was not the case. It's already hard enough that my siblings don't live at home anymore. So there is that. I haven't seen my siblings that much this year. Rough shit, man, but that's life. And the thing you should always remember is that it will get better. I can promise you that much. It will get better. Okay, so Faithful, you are pushing in. I'm going to bring in the Gimel Zor. He's not the Gimel Chad. Not quite, but he still has a decent level. I'd say he's like 70% Gimel Chad, which is still quite a lot. It's more than anyone else on Middle-earth. Well, except for the Gimel Chad himself. He's still the second chattiest person on this planet, universe, world. Alright, we control the town square, although no one's actually in there, which will trigger the cavalry. Crap. Shield wall. I have learned from my battles against Ligist that a shield wall is a very good way of countering cavalry. It completely ruins any charges. Not sure how it works exactly, but shield wall is a good counter against cavalry. Alright, those Gurthanen I think can actually destroy my Nardutarek. Do I have any reserves in terms of infantry? No, I don't. I still have my catapult, which I haven't used yet. Those Betty are just tanky as all hell. I've got my Gondor infantry, they could flank the Gurthanen. Oh, right. So their catapult and ballistae are done for. I could bring in my cavalry to charge the Heatherbean. Hey? Galu, if you're watching this, tell me if it was good. I don't think it is, but still, you never know. Tell me if that was good. I don't think it was. Oh, right. Is that a beautiful charge? That is a beautiful charge with lances and everything. Yeah. I'll see you in Valinor, my friend. Or not. I don't know where they go to. Alright, they're having a good time. Friggin' Darth Mauls. That guy's having a field day as well. Honestly, if I had a weapon like that, I'd probably gouge my own eye out or something, or I'd stab myself somehow. You can bet your ass on that. I'd be the clumsiest warrior ever. I'm ridiculously clumsy, by the way. In case you didn't know. I mean, you know how clumsy I can be in battle. Just imagine how clumsy I'd be in real life. Alright, catapult, get in position, even though I'm not sure what unit I should have you fighting upon. Those Betty are just holding the line like crazy. We've only lost 13% so far. So they're not dying, but they're not really killing that much either. Which is fantastic. Alright, help out. They still have the Sentinels and Yavanna's Chosen as well, right? Yeah, they've got them clumped up, which is quite annoying. We do have the catapult, I guess, to deal with that. If they want to clump up like that, we just need to pray that we don't hit one of our own units. Is that catapult going to fire? Doesn't really want to. Ah, this again. Come on, catapult. Don't be shy. I don't care about a little friendly fire. I won't be angry. Come on. Just do it. Do it! I command you. Alright, let's move it a little bit closer. This should be a good angle, right? No? You really don't want to? Well, that's a shame. You could do a lot of damage like that. Alright, anyway, we don't need to catapult. At 15% we're doing quite well. Bring in the pikes. The pikes are doing very well. I wasn't quite sure about them in the beginning, but they have proven themselves time and time again. How do they still have 29% of their armor? It feels like we killed many. Like, really many. That's alright. Just push them out. Put you guys in shield wall as well. I really want to, like, push. Yeah, okay. Catapult, just go home. You're drunk. They're really going to make me fight hard for these last couple of units. Especially the Yavanna's Chosen. But we do hold the town square, I think, right? Or soon. There we go. Confirmation. I need lots and lots of it. Guys, listen. I know you're very conflicted with that random gazebo thing, but you need to move here. Oh, those Yavanna's Chosen are dropping fast. Oh, there we go. They actually routed. Okay, so 21%. I think we'll heal up to 17? 18. Ah, close. So 466 casualties, but well over 1.2k kills, which is very, very nice. Let's see, 150 by the Nardutarek. Very good. 183 by the end of the but they also lost quite a few. Let's take a look at the Ar-Pharazôn Faithful, the pikes. 77, but like very few casualties, lots of it to friendly fire as well. And 27, but basically no casualties. They held the line and they allowed my my archers to do a lot of damage in the beginning. So very good, and we have taken Erui. And there we go, he just fell over. Eat dust, filthy elves. Okay, can we upgrade Erui actually? It's a city, so yes we can. Let's just occupy it then. We need 16k population, that's not that much. Okay, so now this guy, I think will only go to Dor Narag. We might be able to intercept him at some point. And now we boarded the Anduin Vale, which we should be careful of. They might immediately declare war on us, we'll see. We are now in the Anduin Vale. I wonder if I can train units from the Anduin Vale in Erui. Yes, I can. Valesmen, which are just a very low tier shield unit, nothing too special. Woodman Warriors. Huh, didn't even know that unit existed. I've never played the Anduin Vale, so there is that. 6 attack, 9 defense. Not terrible, like Gondor Militia tier. Bjorning Riders, 5 attack, 4 charge, 12 defense. Also not terrible. And if we go for the upgraded, let's see, Barracks of True Sons, we get Eotheod Horse Archers. Ooh, very nice. 6 melee attack, 6 missile attack, 6 charge. That is the devil's numbers. And 13 defense. With a bonus against cavalry as well. Pretty good. Let's see. Valesmen, we already got those. Bjorning Shield Bearers. 4 attack, 3 charge, and 14 defense. Okay. It's alright, I guess. And Bjorning Riders again, 5 for 12. Nothing too spectacular, but nothing too bad either. So, you know, not really worth focusing on that badly, but it's alright to have them. Okay, well, I think that's alright. Unless I do decide to attack Yagrat and Captain Kothug. I think we might just lure away a couple of them towards Onodrith. They can't reach it in one go, so if we can get a couple of them to move in that direction, I could then attack them with the other units, and that's another turn of reinforcements coming closer. So I think I will wait. With regards to this region here, if that guy wants to go after Balon, let him try. We can crush him there relatively easily. It's a castle that I wish we could upgrade by the time he arrives, but that won't happen. Oh, if he wants to go for Kirith Yaur, that will be even better. Depending on what he does, we can move this army out for a counterattack towards Gint. Okay, either way, Isengard, if they don't build any new units, they're gonna collapse pretty damn fast. So I think that's all for this turn. Don't think there's anything else I want to do. I don't have any money to spend anyway. Unless, do I have any extra units that I want to send over? Well, I was sending you north for retrading, but I now realize I actually need units in the south. So I'm thinking of sending these guys south already to form an army at Jacobatan, along with these units. It's just Harab, we don't do anything fancy. I'm not going to wait with retrading, it doesn't really feel like it's worth it. And we of course still have, we can't forget, the Gimmelchad himself sailing north towards Mithlond, which is going to take forever. Alright, anyway, I'll see you all back on turn number 151. Okay, and there is the dreaded counterattack at Rog. Is that even a different army? I'm not sure. Captain Lunluk. I can't win against that. Oh no, that guy has trolls. Well then, I don't think I can even do a forward draw, so this is pointless. I'm gonna withdraw. Yeah. Do I try to fight it? Or do I just auto-resolve and take the loss? Honestly, I don't know. I could assassinate... Oh, they got Noskai? So they got like an entirely shitty army, but then they have like trolls and Noskai just to like rub it in. Nah, it's pointless. We could have killed more than 93, but no, it's okay. I can't afford that, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you pull back to Onodrith, that's fine. We'll see what those guys go to. I wish they'd attack a settlement with ballista towers. But so far, no other attacks from Isengard, which is a little bit disconcerting, but we'll see. Galadriel's Gamble. What is this? The strength of the Galadriel wanes, and many have fallen in battle. Through the power of her mirror, the lady has seen the fall of her people, and has called all to take up their bows. Wait, another Doomstack? In final defense of the forest. Wait, we already had a Doomstack. So they get a Doomstack for losing Karas Galathon and then falling below 2 settlements? Is that right? What the frick? Is that... That's the first Doom stack. Where's the other Doom stack? Well, either way, they're gonna pull back towards Dornarak. Weird. I feel like Khazad-dûm might try to attack, which is silly because you're being beset by Dunland. Unless they want to attack Dunland, but they can't because the path is blocked, the way is shut, and they try to move Narvi around. No, either way, I don't really care too much. Agent found, Seragost, Mordor agent. Get out of here, Loon Moss. Seriously. Accept your loss. Okay, let's take a look at Isengard. Have they moved anything? They have, actually. Good. I could try to do a counterattack. At the very least, I can take down Ukbuk. Alright, first things first. You, Farazon, yes. And Captain Beaubathor. Almost sounds like a Pokemon. Beaubathor. You go there. That is a pretty good army. Okay. Nizar. Oh, we got a new general. Interesting. Were you born a night fighter? No. Well, still, I'm going to take the other general, Mundamir, because he has a little bit more experience. But you can take command of Karabzadan in his absence. We need to move this army. I could just kill Zagbug.
Yes, my lord.
That way I don't have to move anything. Oh, but then this guy will... There's just so many of them. Like, I could take down Ukbuk, for example, with this army here. Even though it's not that great of an army. I do feel like I need to do something. They can't really train any new units, I don't think. We have reinforcements coming in. Let's leave behind 1 unit just in case I can't actually pull back. This is pretty decent, okay army. We got cavalry, which they don't have. Or they have wargs, but who cares about wargs? If we just take a defensive position, use our catapult as well, we should be alright. We just kind of need to thin the herd a bit. Even if that's 1 battle at a time. Alright, let's jump in and let's take down Ukbuk. Alright, start our deployment. Let's see here. Mr. Catapult, you're going to be behind our defensive position. Our defensive position being halberdiers, supplemented with... We actually have a pretty wide defensive formation we can take. Supplemented with shields, the Rosedan footmen, which I can just honestly spread out like this in case they get a little bit too close. Like that. So we have both our halberdiers wall and our spears. And then we can have a mix match of these units taking the flanks. So we have both high damage and AP covered, depending on what we need. You just take position here, cavalry on either side, but we'll wait out the wargs. Archers. Nothing to write home about, but it will do. Just take up... No, no, I moved that by accident. Damn it. Take a side. You will fire over our other units. I'm horribly confused. I thought I had 3 archer units. No, I do not. Okay, whatever. Alright, our catapult's already in range. Got some wargs over there, but we can fight on that Bane Guard. Hopefully they don't push back. Yeah, move forward. They're like, oh no, they have a catapult, we need to shut it down. I love their capes. They just look so rugged and mean. I love that. Yeah, Isengard looks pretty damn cool. Crossbows as well, it's looking sick. Oh crap, looked impressive, didn't do jack shit. Story of my life. Now, it doesn't matter, it's not a big army by any means. The Reaver's already just taken defensive position. Oh, we actually have a big range because of the height advantage. Although I don't think they're actually... they're dry firing for some reason. Hey, that was a hit. Barely. I'll take it. Spearguard's dropping. Pikeman. Could try to snipe the general with catapult. That's not going to work. Alright, be careful of the Uruk-hai archers. They are, I think, better than our archers. Let's see. 3 missiles. Yeah, they're probably like 5 or something even. 4. Okay, 5 would be a little bit too crazy. We do have more archers, so we should be okay, but still. They also have those crossbows, of course. That Spire is not like entirely impressed by our numbers. We should be fine. There's more archers. Oh, they actually have a big chunk of archers. Hit something, ya fool! Send in the cavalry. Oh, he's doing a counter charge at the wargs already. Those wargs are pretty far off, though. Uruk-hai pikemen, they do outrange my halberdier, so that won't work out. It's okay, we're doing well so far. We've only killed, not died. Nice job. Fire on the raiders. That was a poopy calf charge, but it's okay. It did trigger their wargs to come over. If we can move our footmen to counter them. I want to get rid of those wargs as soon as we can. Where are the left wargs? Oh, they're behind the ridge there. If the wargs are gone, then our cavalry has free reign, which is a massive improvement. Counter charge with shield wall. They're not charging. Be careful though, they can charge from like pretty short range. Nice shot. That was a good one. Catapult's doing work. Hold the line. Hold. You are men of Númenor. Shall make your ancestors proud, but you must hold the line. Whatever you do, do not surrender the line.
If we continue like this,
there you go. The wargs are also having some doubts about this battle. They're like, where is the white wizard? And Lurt is like, don't worry, he's just taking a long vacation. He'll be back soon. Nice. The raiders are taking big casualties. Scary unit. Even for a pre-barracks event unit, they are quite strong. And crossbows. Alright, the Bane Guard's coming in, but the Halberdiers will hold. Do not worry about that. We need to start our flank though, even if their wargs are still alive. Alright, this is coming in with the wargs on the right side, which is quite good. So far, 1% casualties for 23% kills. I need to be careful with my units. It kind of reminds me back of the early game, where you really need to be careful with units, just because we're so spread out. I can't afford to have new units coming in every 5 seconds, you know? I need to be careful with what I have and use them sparingly, because they definitely outnumber us. Not in total, but in this section of the map, they still rule supreme. Alright, cavalry, you have free reign on the left flank now. He's going to try to do a charge on me, which will backfire because we're in shield wall. Or it should backfire because we're in shield wall. He's not even doing a charge. Yeah, good. Completely shut that shit down. There's the bodyguard. Crossbow, I want you to be fighting on them. Those guys will get absolutely toasted. Cavalry, you can actually charge the Uruk Reavers and do lots and lots of damage. Oh, right. We've definitely taken a... We've given a beating to these guys. Okay, they're running away, which is not great. Please stand still. Okay, that was still a pretty effective charge. Run out. You see, Isengard, without the White Wizard, you're not that impressive, actually. You're kind of pathetic. Nice. They are dying by the numbers. Not even the pikemen can hold us. The backbone of the army of Isengard. And it's crumpling. Just like the backbone of the White Wizard. Oh, too soon? I don't care. Charge them. Willingly. Go in there, kill those pikey boys. Those archers are up against my main line, which is quite good. And the bodyguard is just running around, trying to find a gap to fill. And just being pointless on all sides. They're like, do you guys need help? Oh, you're already dead. Do you need help? Oh, you're already dead. Oh, frig. They got raiders. They have indeed got raiders, which we need to be careful for. Alright, that cavalry is done. Or as close to being done as possible. The medium rare. Which is close to being done. Alright, let us take position. Cavalry, you can charge those reavers and they will run away like little babies. You can charge those reavers. You don't believe me? Well, here we go. They're like a cheap berserker unit. That was a horrible calf charge. It still does lots of damage. They're a very good unit in melee, but very weak to archers and very weak to cap charges. They just drop. Which is, of course, great for us. Alright, move back. 4%. If we can keep doing battles like that, that is very, very good. Why is this line crumbling? Hurry up against the bodyguards. That would make sense. Yeah, we need some support. Cavalry. Go wide. And then take this gap here. Oh, catapult. I don't want you to continue firing. No, you're setting up in a position that I just can't agree with. Okay, crossbows might as well stop fighting as well. You're only going to do friendly fire. Those reavers are close to being destroyed. Alright, charge the bodyguard. Guard this with your body, you fools. Here they come. Oh, yes. Even the relatively weak Gondor Cav militia can do a massive amount of damage to a strong unit like that. That is just the power of cavalry in this game. Oh, yes. I've played mods where cavalry is even stronger than they are in Divide and Conquer. In Divide and Conquer, they're alright. Like, even in Basement and Medieval 2, they're just a lot stronger as well, because morale is much lower. So if you charge archer with cavalry, just immediately run, which isn't the case in DAC. Which, you can argue whether or not that's an improvement or not. There we go, that's a beautiful charge, and they're already wavering. That's not going to take them much to push them over the edge. Don't fight to the death, just run. Get out of here, you pathetic worms. Go back to whichever cavern you call mother. Alright. Pieces of trash. Alright, I think it's just, why did I run my cavalry into Spearguard? I am a moron. Yeah, it's just a matter of dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Oh, we are not done. There is a general out there that we are going to capture, enslave, and squeeze all the information we need out of him. Ukbuk, you're mine. You should have stayed home and read an Ukbuk, I guess. Alright. Are we at 85? Yes, we're at 91. Let's just take a couple more, just for shits and giggles. I do love exterminating them. So this went really well, and this is our B army. Our strong army is, of course, in Karabzadan, or Rohan, or Edoras. And this went already, like, really well. We're up against some decent units. Mostly pre-barracks. Not an incredibly large army, but not only did we win, we absolutely smashed them. So that's quite fun. I like these bigger battles against Isengard. They are quite fun to kill. Alright, 7% with some healing. 6, 5, 4%, look at that. 94 casualties for well over 1,000 kills. That's actually really good. Not even my wildest dreams could have come up with a number like that. 134 by the Rosen Bowman. Holy shit, no casualties. 128, there's no... The archers did so much damage. Crossbows as well. Like, combined, they killed over, like, 400 units. Close to it. Nice. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? Absolutely nowhere. But where were the Ar-Adûnâim when the Westfold fell? We were right there. We were making the Westfold fall. That was us. Alright, beautiful. Alright, well, I don't have Miss Izzy next to me to ask me what I should do with these captives, but I think I will answer in her name and just say, execute them all. Oh, you can grumble all you want, I really don't care. Actually, I could use this army to take Foldberg, I think. Because I do have a catapult. Or Guineard. Interesting. It's a stronghold. Does that mean ballista towers? Because if so, I could use that against them. But it would leave Ar-Karbuzabathan pretty undefended. Are you a night fighter? I know I've asked that and checked that a dozen... Oh, battle surgeons, that's why you healed so many. I know I've asked that a ton of times. No, you are not. So I think I already need to pull back to Ar-Karbuzabathan, just not to risk it, you know? But, you know, it's a good win. They can't, I don't think, they can't recruit that many troops in one turn as we killed in one turn. I could use this army to also just destroy... Let's say, I think if I attack Morbag, I don't think he gets reinforcements. I think he's too far. Interesting. It's a big force. Or thanks sentries, catapult, just a random army. Holy shit. What do you have? Do you have any cavalry? If you don't, I mean, I think it's safe to say you don't have cavalry. This could be a pretty easy fight with my Naru Royal Knights, you know. I can crush those Dunlanding Horsemen like nothing you've ever seen before. I can then take up defensive position, let them attack me. Like, none of these armies can do anything to me. I can rout them, like, easily. Like, look at this trash. There's a couple of, like, good units in there, but all in all... And, like, all captain stacks as well. With the combined strength of, let's see, the Naru Royal Knights, which frighten enemies, and just this guy who has a lot of renown, which I think impacts the same way it does with Dread. We do have Ballistae as well, so we don't even need to be too worried about their siege equipment. It would effectively mean leaving Karazhan undefended. Or I could just take Ginead. And if I take Ginead, I don't think they'll push aggressively towards Karazhan. And even if they did, they could reach it. Not all of them could reach it, that's the thing. Morbag could reach it. He does have catapults. This guy can't defend in time, that's a problem. So I think I'll wait one turn with that plan, because then this guy would be able to lift any siege on Karazhan. I need this army to be in position, and with that army there I can crush all of these. They might go after Onodrith, which I welcome them to try. Let's merge that army, they should then have enough. I welcome them very much to try. It's going to take a while to get that up to scratch. I should take care of Dornorak, but yeah, I really want to wait with this army here. And with Erui, we want to keep the population happy before we proceed, which is not evident at all. Alright, stables can go, mining network is fabulous, Gilder's build house, whatever is he. That's good, that can stay, that can all stay. A coaching house, okay, that can stay. Armory, meh, I'll keep it for now. A master bladesmith's guild, beautiful. And we have just built that. Okay, I do have a little bit of extra cash to spend, which I think we'll invest in our southern attack army. We don't need much, just a couple of good units. So if we train them at Tariq Farazon, they will immediately have the highest tier of armor. Oh, we're already getting a bunch done here. Beautiful. Yeah, I think we should also train them more at the source, which is, of course, Harad. Samop is moving towards Chelkar, which is god-awful. So let's just move whatever we can there. It could also move towards Krukmaur. We can defend that. This army is enough to defend against Samop. That does mean that Kizilkum is less defended. Gorondai, 5 more turns. They're dropping drastically, which is great. But yeah, I need more troops. On Karagmir, are you finally like a little bit happy? Can I move some units out, or are you just gonna have a spasm immediately? Because I've got a lot of decent units in here. As many as I can take out of these quality units, I will. Now they just stay at it. This is a weird settlement in terms of public order. They're just happy, and then suddenly they're unhappy, and it's like impossible to get them back to happy. Ballista, like now they don't care. They can be like, whatever, take as many units as you need. You get free upkeep. Let's take the horses. This is a decent army. It's a bit wounded, but it can get the job done. That's gonna take forever. We do need to prepare for the Doom stack. Well, let's keep building ports in Umbar. Let's already queue that up because I keep forgetting about it. Household guard. I think that's the only settlement that I can train new generals then. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, anyway, let's check our newly acquired regions to make sure we're building useful stuff. Like culture. Balawon. What units can I get here? Oh, I can get Eredwaith units. Eredwaith Hunters. 222. Okay. Grey Flood Raiders. A very saturated Grey Flood Raider with 7 missile attack. Javelin units. Not terrible. We can always use more Javies. Clan Axeman. 3 attack. Pretty trash. And Dunlanding Horsemen. Which units can we get if we build the Barracks of the True Sons over here? It's always interesting to know, right? No, sorry, that is the wrong settlement. There we go. This is the one I need to check. Auxiliary Outpost. Let's see. River Elders. Interesting. 7 melee, 10 missile, Javi, 15 defense. That's alright, that's decent. Mounted Warband, 7, 6, 13. That's very good, actually. And I think that's all the new ones, yeah. So it's not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Okay. Anyway. Where are we going? Is that army still moving towards Balon? Yes, it is. How many more turns do we have to prepare? 2. They got trolls. Frick. Well then. The trolls are going to make it interesting at the very least. I can't finish an armory there. Well, we'll just have to defend it with this army, which is not a bad army. It's not a great army either. I don't really have any reserves. I could pull forces from Anulond. I could pull everyone from Anulond. But they will arrive far too late. Unless maybe if I put them on a boat, but I don't have them. Alright, well, the Gimmelchad. In case they take Balon, I can always have the Gimmelchad retake it. Alright. Well, we need more forces in Ar-Karbu Zabathan, that's for damn sure. We need more forces here, just anything, because we're about to go to war. Well, we're already at war, but even more so. Meanwhile, you're just chilling. Don't attack Lim here, please. If you do, can you get there in one turn? You cannot get there. I can get armies from Karaz Galathon there. Maybe I should just place some troops there to defend it. Just in case. Ah, frick. Well, you're probably going to get attacked by that guy. I'm not sure. I really think he's just pulling back towards Durnarok. But I really need more units, like, badly. Just train whatever we can. Don't care about buildings all that much anymore. You guys, you're all max stuff. Then move to the south, where you are needed badly. I do want to get the Khandish territory as well to get the Khandish units. Halberdiers are very useful in that regard. We'll just train anything we can, really. I really just need more and more and more units. There we go, a bunch of good ones. Oh, we got an extra general in there. I can place you at Zigureth. There we go. Mordigost, we have extra units here that I might just send towards the front line. They're not really needed here. Front line being Sedagost. They're not going to attack Mordigost anytime soon. They might attack Sedagost. And let's keep upgrading Tariq Gimel-Khan. What's the culture like here? 53. That's pretty good. Let's spend the rest of our cash on building stuff then. Romena. Let's get the large bazaar there. Our port. Our main port for now. Let's get a port there as well. Okay, I think that's all for this turn. Don't think there's anything else I want to do. We'll see what Isengard does and respond accordingly. We do have Farazon coming in clutch. Alright, I'll see you all back. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something, but we'll see. I'll see you all back on turn 152. Ah, finally! Isengard is attacking me at Karabzan. Beautiful. Will they immediately attack me? Oh, did they immediately lift the siege? I'm not quite sure. They are moving in, which means they're spreading their armies. I can also see at the top right an army moving towards Entweed, which is perfect. So this is great. This is what we want. We also want him to move towards Shelkar. I don't know if we can defend it with these units, to be honest, but by God, we will try. Can I train anything here? No. Shame. Can we defend Shelkar? I don't know, man. It's a lot of baddies. We'll see. We can always retake it. Probably should have. I could have brought some troops from Amrun. We would have made it there in time. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Just double check that there's no one coming towards Korondai. Good. Okay. We'll win this war in the south. It's just a matter of getting the necessary resources at the necessary positions in time, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, we got some Hashari ready to go. We got some Southron Lancers, new units getting in there. Beautiful. Yeah, I think just that Jacobatan will have enough troops ready to crush Harad. Let's take a look at the Elves. Yeah, they're just going home. Oh, there's the other Doomstack. I see. Well, where are you going? He can't reach Karaz Galathon. He can reach Limhir. If he wants to go after Limhir, we have an army stationed there. Oh, this situation is just a little bit annoying sometimes. We need new troops. I can hold at Erui, but so many Lothlorien Doomstacks, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, we have reinforcements here at Ar-Karbu Zabathan. We're going to kill Zagbug. We have this army. Okay, so they're besieging Karabzadan. and then they have another army outside. So what I will do is take Farazon, put him here. If this guy wants to go after me, let him. Just don't go after Kadarangru. I want this guy to go after Karabzadan because we can destroy him in a siege. Like, absolutely humiliate him. Even if he has his own siege equipment. It's going to be awful for him. We're going to kill Captain Zagbuk. Let them go after Entwade, even though I desperately need a couple more units there. We have ballista towers, which is all I'm banking on. I need a spy here. Let's see, I should have some spies around here. I had a lot of spies before. How about you go? Just make sure there's no other surprises. Okay, so Onodrith, that's going to be your territory. You're going to try to stop me. Good luck. Entwade will be a little bit more difficult. A couple units there. I desperately need a general to just... Are there any mercenaries? No. Never mercenaries! Never! Oh, this is where we make the difference. This is where we make the difference. Okay, you do nothing. You attack Captain Zagbuk. You don't join, okay? I will control it myself then and just never use it. Bounce of Power is like, yeah, it could go either way, but we know for a fact this army is toast. They died the moment they set foot in my territory. Let's save the game and let us kill these Uruk-hai once more.
Muster your courage, men!
Oh, look, snow. I hope we get some snow in Belgium. Apparently it snowed in England a couple days ago. But so far in Belgium, no snow. We don't usually get that much snow. We used to get a lot of snow when I was a kid, but since then it feels like snow has become somewhat of a rarity. Alright, let's first start by setting up... we're fighting a little bit downhill, which I really don't like. No, well, we'll just have to take it. I must say, fighting downhill usually means enemy siege equipment is a whole lot less accurate. Not sure why that's the case, but that's just my personal observation. Let's give you an extra unit there. And then an extra unit there. 3-unit flanking force. Crossbows are also going to have a bit of a harder time getting as many kills as last time. Well, that's just the way it is sometimes. Catapult, move back. You can still do tons of damage. Cavalry, you're going to be a little bit more careful with more wargs running around. It's definitely going to be a more difficult fight, but we should be okay. Let's make sure you're not running, and yeah. Oh, seriously? Are you moving towards me? I should at least adjust my battle line a little bit. Oh. Well, I think that's actually good for me. I would say their height advantage is a little bit less pronounced like that. I might be wrong though, we'll see. Might eat my words. Ah, where are you going? Say hi, man. Like the battle AI and the campaign AI, I know they're completely separate, but they're like super aggressive on the campaign map. Just like walking in my territory, just asking for a fight. But then the battle AI is like, okay, be careful, run back, we're on the defensive here. Which they are technically, but you're just a bunch of assholes. They got a real good height advantage. I wish I had some Naru household, or Royal Knights, sorry, to get rid of those wargs real quick, because then I could just... If I had a cav advantage, those ballistae, worthless. Now, the ballistae are going to be a pain in my behind, especially with their extra range. Even if my gut feeling says they're going to be woefully inaccurate. Alright, double time it. We're going to be in range of that ballistae, that's okay, we'll just eat a couple shots. That is fine, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Cavalry, take that right side. Catapult, you need to start letting loose. Wait, you're not in range? You are in range. Honestly, you guys start rushing the Warg Marauders. If you're doing a shield wall and we keep the Narduzagar behind the Nardutarik, we should be fine. Alright, cannonballs or catapult balls. Go nuts! Go nuts. Get it? Gonads? Balls? Gonads? Ah, whatever. Look at that, our tight little group of Narutariks. Ready for a countercharge by the wargs. Imagine being a cav unit and being charged out of your position by infantry. Pathetic. Alright, catapults. I feel like siege equipment's always more accurate when they're fighting uphill, but... well, it seems that's already backfiring a little bit. Come on, you stupid wargs. Freaking cowards. That horn got me confused for a moment. I was like, where's Harad? Why is Harad in here? Oh, you want to charge me? Come on, you fucking wargs. Sorry, I dropped a hard F1. But, like, do something. Fight me! Fight! Or die. I don't care at this point. Just do something. Alright, try to aim at the ballista. Yeah. Of course they charge the one unit. That can't shield wall. Alright, that ballista is kindling. Good. Catapult, you better hit. You better hit. Oh, well, you hit something. Even though that was very far from your actual target. Oh, come on, dude. I know you can do better than that. Alright, take down the wargs so my cavalry has complete free reign. Then we can disable both their ballistae. I'm not sure what's destroying my crossbows like that. Wait, what? Oh, that was a warg unit. Son of a bitch. Alright, he's charging me, that's okay. I'm in shield wall, which means your charge is going to hit like a wet blanket. Actually, a wet blanket would hit harder. Look at that. Just kind of bouncing off the shields, not really killing anyone. Which then makes the wargs kind of friggin' useless, mate. Cavalry, move over. We've already lost more units. Actually, it's not that bad. I thought we lost like a lot of units because those crossbows took a beating, but they're actually doing alright. And with their captain dead, and of course it being only a captain, it should mean that we can rout the rest of their army alright. Isengard does have high morale for the most part. They're not going to be surrendering too soon, but still, should be alright. Alright, they're going to countercharge me. That is good. It's just raiders. What the frig are you doing? You're routing? Okay. Well, they should all just drop dead then. Alright, cavalry, just hold on to your position. Wait for that infantry to get into the position we want them to get in. Why are you countercharging? Is that me charge without orders? That trait kicking in? Alright, hold. I know you're very antsy. Oh my god. Hello there. I know you're very, very antsy. A little bit too antsy to my liking, but... hold. Wait for them to come to us. I know we are attacking, but we are still a stronger defensive army than an offensive army. You mark those words, and you mark them well, because they are crucial. There we go. Now we have them where we want them to be. We have them by the gonads. As I mentioned earlier, they destroyed one of my catapults. That's okay. We can rebuild. Suck my reaver. Reaver? They will rout immediately. And so will these Baneguard. Because despite being strong, at the end of the day, it's still a pre-barracks event unit. They're a very good pre-barracks event unit, but they're still up against units that are significantly more elite than what they are presenting us. Alright, you guys. General, I am sending you in a little bit too suicidal, I'm afraid. That is okay. It's not. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. Alright, cavalry, pull out. It's a big old mess over here, but it's a mess working in our favor, which is my favorite kind of mess. Well, second favorite kind of mess. Alright, boyos. Push. Our defensive formation has worked out, but now we need to push aggressively to keep the tempo. No, you don't need to pull back. You need to keep fighting. Why is my cavalry dying so damn quickly? They're not really listening. Nor these. I don't remember calling these units out. Come on, cavalry is key. I need more horses, even if it's just Gondor Cav Militia. I need more Rohirrim, man. Where are my Rohirrim? I specifically told you guys to charge, I think. Alright, we're just pushing, and they're running, which is fantastic, but I just need a little more oomph. Look at that, you filth! Yeah, you better run back. And you tell whoever is in charge at this point, because I have no idea, that I'm coming for them. I am coming for them. Even the Uruk-hai units, which are their mainline post-Barakvent units, are routing now. The archers are following close behind. I still wish I had some Naru Royal Knights to fill out my ranks, but that's okay. Alright, I think they're pretty much done then. I got a couple of units left. But we need to make sure we kill enough of them. Because so far, as we would say in Dutch, geen vette, which basically means not a fat one. I'm not sure why we say that, but it's a saying of like, you know, it's not good enough. It's a dialect thing, in case you know Dutch and you're like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. It's a regional dialect. Okay, charge those raiders, and hopefully that is 85% because we're only at 66. Whilst the delightfully devilish number, it is not high enough. Alright, those guys are absolute toast. And I love toast. I feel like toast is underrated. What the hell am I talking about? Why am I talking about toast all of a sudden? Alright, we need to mop up this ballista crew that's still active for some reason. So slowly but surely the armies of Isengard are collapsing. They are finally starting to take our bait as well at Karabsadan. And Ar-Karabsadan, both of them. Alright, 80%. We're so close, but we're not quite there. 83. Yes, that is good enough for me to know that we'll make it. Come on. Go north. You guys are running out of guys to hunt down. Don't worry, I have a couple more. Broop. 85%. There we have it, and there's still a ballista crew and still some Uruk-hai archers, which our infantry is mopping up nicely. Look at that. 19% with healing. I don't know, 15, something like that. Let's find out. Only 10%. Beautiful. 339 casualties, but well over 2,000 kills because that entire army is gone. Let's see here. 138 by the Nardu Tariq. Very nice. Very nice overall. Losing only 10% as well. Beautiful. Good job. Oh my god. Total ransom value over 7k. That is impressive. They do value their ballista very high. Interesting. Alright, let's execute them. Get out of here, you fools. Well then, you shall go to Ar-Karabsadan. And then you... If I besiege Gilead, I do think Hushkash will take offense to that. As in, I think he'll reinforce that. But I could use you to take the Foldburg, and that would lure them probably to attack the Foldburg. Might lure some of these armies out to be less aggressive. It's basically going to make the AI just panic a little bit. I'll be very confused, not quite sure what to do. As soon as we have information... Oh, you're a diplomat. On Rockburg, I can send another army from Terithanduin to take it. I will assume the armies of Lothlorien will just pull back towards Dornorak. But I don't know. Korondai is ready to fall. And if we take that, that will trigger the Harad Doomstack. Unless Samaup successfully takes Chelkar. Which we don't really have too many defenses. We do have pikemen though. Which is very good at taking down all their cavalry. Which they have lots of. So in that regard... it's quite good. Let's actually check what army you have. Aha! You have pikemen as well. Better pikemen than mine, because yours at 749, and mine's at 4. Wait, what? 4 attack? 7 attack? For a pikeman, that's a huge difference. Well then, this is gonna blow monkey balls. Yeah, I can't defend that. I'm gonna lose Chelkar. That's okay. Reinforcements are on the way from a couple settlements. I should be able to get more and more units here as well. And I should really focus on getting some of these people happier. Pull some trade routes as well down here. That's gonna massively speed things up. As well as bring in tons and tons of cash. And while working on the port there, we should definitely focus on upgrading that. Alright, we really want to get an extensive network of upgraded roads in all of these regions. In all of Gondor as well. That really makes a difference. I think we already have it in all of Gondor, which is really good. Except for, of course, our newly acquired regions, but that's kind of normal. It's got its sanctuary there. Like, even in places like Entwade, it seems, we have the upgraded roads, right? Is that just regular roads? Just regular roads. Yeah, these are the trade routes. They're a little bit darker. So we have it all the way up until the front lines, which is very, very good. Alright, more units to our southern lines. I would say all these units here. This regiment, these ones that were trained now. Send them all south, and that should be plenty. Then I can get these newly acquired units, which I will retrain. How many more turns? 8 turns. To become part of whichever next army we're training. Not sure yet what that will be. Okay, keep moving to Setagosts. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode we'll probably have the attack on Karabzadan. Not sure what I'll do with Ikrimah. I'll let you guys decide. Do we try to go for Ginead? I could crush, I think, Hushkosh. Let's see what he has. I don't think he has anything too crazy. He's got 2 generals. His army itself is kind of meh. We can defeat them pretty easily. And we can take Ginead and use it as defense. It's a Northman stronghold. I'm not sure. I don't think those get ballista towers, but I might be wrong. And then he will do probably counterattacks on Gineard or something. Helm's Deep should be relatively safe, although I will train whatever I can get there in as few turns as possible. An attack on Karabzadan will be relatively easily resolved. And then we have Farazan coming in. We can crush both these armies easily. And we still should have plenty of forces that can then push towards Ginead, Foldberg, etc. With regards to Balorn, which will be besieged in the next turn, I could use the Gimel Chad to lift that siege in case things go awry or just waiting. If it does attack straight away, we have good units. We have some very good units, so I think we can definitely deal some damage. It's just the captain, so a lot of them will rout early on as well. Except, of course, for the Trolls and the Berserkers. Those will not rout. They are locked. So that is that. Bonus against Oliphants. All of a sudden, I really want to see Berserkers versus Oliphants. How does that work? Don't they just die immediately on the charge? That is a question for a different campaign. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I do hope to catch you all the day after tomorrow, which should be Thursday, for episode number 38. So thanks for watching. Ta.